You have unlocked the hidden level.
Welcome back, everybody. Hidden Level Podcast, 2-year anniversary of Fuzzles and I doing podcasts together, and today is a big day for us. So just very quickly, guys, we have myself, MC, along with my co-host Fuzzles. What's up, Fuzzles?
Hey, hey.
And we have special guest, and as far as we believe, our first ever guest on the podcast, Mr. Riddlesworth. What's up, dude?
What's up, bro?
You're looking very tiny today, Mr. Riddlesworth. There's a lot of room above your head. Look at him. Do you have any shoulders, dude? But what's up, everybody?
They're okay, look. There we go.
You gotta go to the store and get some shoulders, man.
We're going to skip a couple of sections today because we're only got an hour, so we're going to go straight into Twitch news and the stuff that Twitch has been doing for the last 2 weeks. So we're gonna start off with the Twitch raid feature and whether or not it's working for channels and whether or not people like the raid feature. So, Fuzzles, have you experienced the raid feature yet? And what is your thoughts on the new raid feature?
I have, and I love the idea of the raid feature, and I think the raid part of it specifically works great.
Mm-hmm.
But then it'll tell you, say you have maybe 30 viewers in your channel, okay? You say raid, let's say 20 of them went to bed, or they're lurking, all right? Mm-hmm. So you have 6 people join you on the raid. So then you click raid, the countdown timer goes away, and then you somehow host the channel for 63 viewers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where's the consistency? We have 30 viewers, I'm hosting you for 63 somehow, and only 6 people joined the raid. So what's going on? Anyways. So all of that coordinating all together and being all consistent as one, they need to work on that. Yeah. However, I love the idea of the raid feature. I think it works great, and it's about damn time they got on that raid feature, that raid button. You know?
Yeah. It is about damn time, and it's about damn time they brought back stability with the raids, where they can actually give the viewers to the other person, and they keep the damn viewers rather than it just goes up for a couple of seconds and boop, back down again. Riddles, have you experienced the raid feature yet? Do you know anything about it?
Not yet. It's the first time I've heard of it, really.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about you, dude. You come back after a break, and all these changes have happened, and you're like, what?
It is so annoying. It's like every time I actually get the chance to stream, I'll boot up Twitch, and then everything's moved and changed.
Whoa, we're living
the features have been added
right now.
Yeah. My experience with the raid feature is a great idea. And Riddles, just to fill you in, Twitch now support raiding 100%, and we're going to raid Fuzzles at the end of the stream, so you'll see how it works. And a big banner comes up on the top that says join the raid. And when the raid goes through, what happens is my chat will turn into Fuzzles chat. So people will literally be talking in Fuzzles chat straight away. There's no messing around or waiting. But the only problem is the raid feature is kind of broken right now, because it happened to Fuzzles last night, and it happened to me on Wednesday, where I raided a channel, and Fuzzles raided a channel yesterday. He raided Rumculus, and the channel chat changed over to the other streamer, but the offline banner was my offline banner, or Fuzzles offline banner. So people in Fuzzles chat were saying, are we there yet? Or did we get there? And I'm like, yeah, look at your badges. You don't have any. There was one guy in your chat, Fuzzles, his name's Serial Killer, and he has loads of badges in your channel, but he doesn't have them in ROMs, and all his badges went away, but he still thought he was in your chat. So he was like, are we there? Are we over there? What's going on? And what happened to us was, on Wednesday, we raided this guy. The raid broke completely. Nobody knew where they were. They didn't know if they were in my chat or if they were in his chat, and he was doing a fucking test stream, and there's us raiding him. It just was one big fail because of the broken raid feature, because stupid thing. It still had my channel on my screen, his channel on his screen. All of the people who were looking at my offline banner were in his chat, but they didn't know it. So it was just so broken, man. But it did work once for me. I raided someone last Sunday, I think it was, or Monday, and it worked 100%. The chat turns into their chat, the screen turns into their stream. It was actually Ella, and what ends up happening is my entire channel turns into Ella's channel for that raid, and the only way for me to talk to viewers of my channel privately is through Ankbot. So this is kind of the downside to it. Because your channel now is Ella's channel for that time, or the person you raid, people can't say goodnight to you or goodbye if they missed a raid. 5 minutes later they come in and they're like, goodbye MC. Oh, wait a minute. So one thing that happened to me was I was streaming a normal stream. Someone raided us, all right? And everything went well. And 5 minutes later, the streamer who thought he was talking in his own stream sent his link into the stream to say when he was next streaming, and it was in our chat. So we were like, he couldn't hear us. So it was like, we were timing him out, and he kept wondering how he kept getting timed out in his own channel. It was so funny. Who's purging me? It's my channel, dude. Because he was self-advertising, but he didn't mean to do it. It was so funny. Anyway, that was that's stream rating. So I'll show you how it works at the end of the stream. Puzzles or riddles. We'll see if it works for puzzles today. The next thing that Twitch have brought out is sub gifting. Have you guys experienced that? Puzzles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
And how'd it go?
Yes. It was very cool. I mean, this isn't personal since it was public anyway in my channel, but Rainbow Fist Bump bought a subscription for a Serial Time Killer.
Nice.
In my channel. So it literally said in chat, Rainbow Fist Bump bought a tier 1 sub for Serial Time Killer. I was like, that was so awesome.
That is so cool.
So it pops up with who got it for who, so that there's no misconstrue there. There's no confusions there.
Yeah.
And it allows the streamer to know exactly who to thank and who to cheer for and all that. So it's pretty awesome.
It is cool.
I like it.
And it works. It's something that works, straight
perfect.
away. Yeah. Because it involves money, of course.
And then on top of that, you don't have to do anything more with like the alerts. The alerts pop up as well.
Yeah, everything works. Everything works normal. It's pretty cool. And then you can do sub giveaways. You could give someone a sub as a giveaway if they win or something like that. It's pretty cool. Riddles, did you know anything about what we said, or are you new to this as well, kind of?
I've heard of it being spoken about, but I haven't actually experienced it myself.
Yeah, so we'll have to show you that one as well. We'll show you another feature. So I have two funny stories about this particular one. One was in my chat. Someone gifted a sub to a viewer, and the viewer said, this channel wouldn't have been my first choice anyway, which was like, man, you just got gifted a sub. You should be thankful. It doesn't bother me. I just love the story behind it. It's so funny. And then the second story I have, which is even funnier, is a streamer that I know. He's a partner streamer. He subscribed Summit1G to his own channel, and then he sent out a Twitter message as a joke saying, guys, Summit1G is now an official sub to this channel. If you work hard and you keep your motivation up, you can have the best people on Twitch subbing to your channel. That's an interesting idea, because Summit is going to look at his subscription box and see this guy, and he might turn up and say, hey, what's up? So very interesting. You could sub like Lyric to your channel.
Holy hell.
And Lyric might see it in his sub box and say, hey, I'm going to check out this guy. I didn't know I was subbed to him. Who the hell is he?
Can you imagine being one of those guys and going, how am I subbed to all these people? What are all these emotes?
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to find the one channel that I'm subscribed to. I have to scroll through all these emotes now. What the hell?
That is so cool, man. Imagine that. That must be horrible. Bloody hell. Sub Twitch, sub Twitch to your channel.
Period, Twitch.
Yeah, just Twitch. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so funny. Sub Twitch to your channel. I don't know how he did it though, because of course, unless there's a code for it, Summit would have had to say hello in his channel before he'd be able to do it. But I'm sure there's a way around that. The next thing they brought out, which is more for us Europeans than the Americans, is PayPal for bits, which is fantastic. People can now across Europe pay for bits with normal money, of course, and they don't have to have Amazon Prime, they don't have to have a credit card, they don't have to have American Express and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool. Fossils, what do you think of that, or is it doesn't affect you at all, really?
Of course it affects me. I'm a streamer.
Yeah, everything helps.
16% of my followers are European, so I'd like to think that affects me highly.
Very true.
So thank you, Twitch, for helping out those in need across the world to finally support the people who they actually want to support.
Exactly. And it still has PayPal protection for chargeback. There is one negative I want to talk about in a couple seconds after riddles. Did you know about this? Do you care yet?
Welcome back to Twitch.
Welcome back to Twitch,
like
dude.
I said, I don't get enough time to get on and see everything that's changed and, get to work and play with it for a while. Mm-hmm. It's like everything you're speaking about today, I'm just like, oh shit, I'm supposed to know anything about this.
Well, you'll get to know it all, which is good. Right, so my negative on this one is the fact that Twitch has decided to offer people who are first-time buyers a discount of 50% on bits. Or actually, it's not 50%, it's just Twitch won't take any cut from the purchase. Shouldn't they...
I did actually accidentally click on the bits button earlier, and it did come up with like price options and stuff for bits. I was like, oh crap, what am I touching here?
Which is cool. So, I mean, it's cool that the bits are on sale, but shouldn't they be on sale as well for people who have been supporting bits the whole time instead of just trying to get new people in? No. I think we're like, the best thing about me and you, Fuzz, is we're like duality. I'm the black one, you're the white one. So give us the other side of the coin there.
So just like that recent sales pitch for new subs recently, again, that was obviously directed towards people who either have not spent money in Twitch in a while or have never spent money on Twitch. So, hey, now's your chance. If you've never subscribed to your channel or to a channel that you want to support, all subs are half off. You could totally sub right now, have at it, go. And that was the whole, that was also for the cooldown of like 32 days. Like if you were unsubbed to somebody for less than 32 days, you couldn't take advantage of that half price. And again, they're not worried about that guy who just ended his subscription or who maybe has other subscriptions. It was more directed towards, have you never spent money here? Well, here, try it out now. Yeah. And that's kind of what they're trying to do here. They know that people who have bought bits might do it again, regardless of the price. But for those of you who have never bought bits, try this out. You can have it at a more reduced price.
Yeah.
So it's just more money for Twitch. It's more business for them. It's more money for them. Ultimately, getting more money in this website, allowing it to be improved in all the cool ways that it just recently has been. So I don't know. I like on a business standpoint, they're doing it right. Although a lot of people may have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't really mind because I would actually get the discount because I've never bought bits before, so I'd still get the discount, so I shouldn't be complaining. It's just I hope they do something for people who have always been supporting their systems in the past as well. So it's kind of both sides of it. There is one more negative thing very quickly, but before that, once again, Riddles, what you think about them supporting new bit droppers versus old bit droppers, or do you have an opinion?
I'm a bit half and a half. It's I suppose it is a good thing in the long run to offer it cheaply for people that are just coming and buying them for the first time. But I think for those that constantly buy bits, say like every month to donate to the favorite streamers, or to give bits to the favorite streamers, then they could offer a discount on that if it's a regular thing as well.
That's true. If it's a regular thing, that's very important. Or maybe if you buy bits and use them in a different stream. Actually, I do have a controversial question to ask you guys because I know Fuzzles will have the complete opposite opinion to me, and I want to hear what it is. Very quickly though, 35% upselling on bits for Twitch. They take a huge cut. Do you recommend Twitch bits or do you recommend donations in your guys' stream? I recommend bits if you want the security, but donations if you just want the cheapness of it, because they take so much money off you. Unfortunately, to buy bits on Twitch. So, Fuzzles, what do you think of that?
I really don't have an opinion right now because I don't know. I don't know if the amount of money that Twitch takes from subs and bits is like a huge chunk or enough to just sustain the website. I don't know where they stand. If it's enough to sustain the website, then I fully agree, and I'll be behind, buying bits every day of the week. Yeah. But if they're taking a huge chunk, unfortunately, it's hard to say. Yeah, that's okay, because really they're taking the service portion of it, as to where customers are buying the actual product. You know what I mean? It's the weirdest way of like I've ever seen a business being done. So Twitch making bits, these are just make-believe money, but it turns into real money ultimately on the customer's end that goes right back towards Twitch. So it's very weird. So they're basically selling every viewer and streamer that ever used the option or the service a convenience sake and a safe way of supporting their channel or the channel that they're watching. It's really just a big service. Again, I don't know how much money they're taking, if it's enough to sustain the website, or if it's to, I guess maybe they make some big pushes and they need like a big amount of money. I don't know, but I have no opinion on it as of right now, I guess.
What about you, Riddles? Do you think they take a lot of money, or are you happy with what they take?
Yeah, I think if they take any more than 20% off of the top, that's being a bit too greedy.
I mean, think about that. Like, how many people are buying bits? How many times is that option? Are bits being bought every single day? 20% may be a bit steep. Like that might be too big.
And it's 35% on bits on Twitch, so it's
crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yeah, I agree. They could take a certain percentage, obviously, to keep Twitch going. Cause
we need the security.
Yeah, and like people that do play ads and things, the ad revenue is going down and down and down, and more people are relying on subscriptions and things nowadays.
I'll tell you what.
But yeah, I think it's okay to take a little bit, but if you're biting a big chunk out of a sandwich, and it's not going to be very filling for the guy that it's supposed to be for.
To answer the question, Monkey, the streamer gets whatever comes up on the screen, but the customer who buys the bits are the ones that have to pay the extra. So the streamer doesn't really get charged much or anything at all, but the customer does who buys the bits. You want to say something, Fuzzles?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, just to throw this out there, I have a huge respect for anyone who buys tier 2 or tier 3 subs, because the higher the tier, the less cut that Twitch is taking. However, they are ultimately taking more money because it's a higher tier. It's still kind of like sticking it to the man. You know what I mean? So I think it's pretty cool that viewers would reach out like that just to give the streamer a much heftier cut versus Twitch. So
here is a curveball, and I really want to hear your opinion on this, Fuzzles. I'm not 100% sure if I'm for it, so I'd say no, I don't think it's a good idea. But gifting bits to other viewers, what's your opinion and why, if you have one?
Well, let's hear your opinion first as to why you don't agree with this.
You give someone 10,000 bits and they don't spend them. What if you've no way of forcing them to spend that bits, whereas if it's a sub, it's pushed on them. So if you have 10,000 bits, you could just not ever use them.
MC, let's say you and I have been friends for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't been, but let's say we were, okay? Just kidding. And I know for a fact that you play PlayStation 4 and not Xbox. Yet for Christmas, my stupid brain says I'm going to get MC an Xbox, knowing that you're not ever going to play it. Is that on my end or is that on your end?
Yeah. So do you think it's a good idea?
Of course, because you'd have to be dumb to give somebody bits when you don't know whether they're going to use them or not.
Yeah. You have to know.
I mean, if you know that they're going to use them, I mean, I would never be that dumb with my money. Just dumping it into something that I don't know whether is even going to even be used. Yeah. So that's just my opinion on that. So I mean, it's just like gifting a sub. I mean, like, what's the point of me gifting somebody a sub? More so for the viewer, right? Not more so for the streamer, because if it was for the streamer, I would just donate straight to the streamer. Yeah. But when I gift somebody else a sub, I'm giving them the option to be more recognized in channel, to use the emotes and all that stuff. And if they lurk and they never use emotes and they never do anything to really take advantage of the sub, that's putting in the exact same category. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess the one thing that you are giving to the streamer is just another sub, even though, and that's whether even you're knowledgeable on whether that increases the amount of emotes that somebody can get. So, again, that's just my opinion on that.
That's cool. That's cool. What about you, Rills? What do you think about gifting bits?
Well, I feel the same as Fuzzles. It's like, giving somebody something that they're possibly not going to use. So I think if you talk to somebody first and they say, yeah, I could use that, I could really get some use out of it if you're not going to, then fair enough. But it's either really, innit?
Now, that actually isn't the feature that Twitch are thinking about giving. It's just a thing that people are asking Twitch to give us. And usually they think about it for a long time, maybe a couple of years. So maybe next year. Maybe next TwitchCon we'll get that announced where you can gift bits this time. So the next thing is a very small area of Twitch updates, and that's stream summary. Fuzzles, have you looked at your stream summary yet, your new one, and what you think?
I love it.
Yeah.
I was just talking about it yesterday. I was mentioning to the stream or to the viewers. I said, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but there are now an option to check out stream stats and stream summary, and the websites that a lot of Hidden Level have used in the past was more so towards streamers that can gain a 15+ viewer audience immediately for it to be pretty accurate for like an actual stream summary. What Twitch is allowing or doing for us streamers is giving us full-on 100% stream summary without having to hit a minimum viewership, just like this other website that we've been using requires in order to even start recording its data. So I love it. It's super accurate, as those websites are, if not even more accurate. It's streamer friendly. It's not like super intricate. You don't need a PhD in data analyzation to read it. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Riddles.
I haven't seen
it. Welcome back to Twitch. I love how
with all these new things, and it's just blowing my mind. I'm like, oh crap.
I love how easy it is to navigate as well, because the old one used to be very awkward. This one is very easy, user friendly, especially new user friendly. I think we're going to save the most positive one for last. I hope it's positive. I don't know what your opinion is yet, guys. Do you have something to say?
I would like to just stop for a second, and I just want to thank all the booby streamers out there on Twitch. To all of you booby streamers who have brought audiences from elsewhere, from all around the world, and you've brought these viewers in to spend money here on the website. Thank you for sacrificing your dignity and your self-respect, even in the eyes of your family, so that this website can be improved as it has been over the last year. It's been amazing.
And get such a good name.
You're blowing Riddle's mind right now with how many improvements the website has been. So thank you once again, all you booby streamers.
That's not the only thing he's blowing.
Every day. So what you do for us.
Let me tell you a funny story before we move on to the next section. I have another booby streamer video coming out tomorrow because of all the drama around it. This time it's a bit more serious. Last time it was a joke, and when I was looking for a thumbnail. So it's going to be a funny thumbnail. See how many boobies you can recognize in the thumbnail. I've recognized one so far. So this is what happened. Joanna Googled booby streamers and went to images. And on the images, you have lots of booby streamers. And then there's me in the middle. Yay, buddy! So if you Google image booby streamers, I'm on the front page. It's so funny.
Hang on, I'm gonna do that. Hey Jake,
right now. Thanks for the host. Did you watch my booby streamer video, Riddles? From 7 months ago? Okay. Because we're trying to test this. If booby spelled with IE, by the way, not BOBY. We're trying to find someone who hasn't seen the video to do this and see if it only comes up because you've seen the video. So let me see if I'm on my own one. It's so funny. Yeah, there I am right there in the middle of a load of booby streamers. There's a nice redhead one there, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so that's my funny stream. Booby streamers. So it's not broke, it worked for me. So Jake, did you try the new raid feature or the old raid feature? We were actually talking about whether or not it's broken or not. MC, you're right there in the middle. You've not seen the vid, and I'm right there. Oh, that's so funny, lads. I'm in the video. All right, so this is the next section. It's more of a negative section for Twitch. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but Twitch's new beta rollout has become the norm, and chats are broken, stream keeps buffering, frames keep dropping, ingest servers are fecked up, FFC's not working, Better Twitch TV's not working properly, emote tabbing isn't working. It's gone nuts, man, and it's the month before the busiest month of the year, and they decided to do this. So, what's your opinion on that, Fuzzles?
Let's go ahead and redirect that right back towards MC.
You want me first? All right.
Yeah.
My opinion is it's you know what's bollocks. Twitch's new rollout. They should have at least made sure everything was working before doing this. I mean, what kind of business of this size has a beta test that lasts 2 months or maybe 3 months, and they make a legacy site available, and then they remove the legacy site after 3 months when things aren't working properly? I mean, I know they're trying to fix it as they find the bugs, but that's not the way we should be doing it. We should have a stable website next to the unstable website. Yeah.
Fully agreed. That was going to be my biggest hit was why not replicate the website, make its minor alterations to make it different, and then do all the improvements over here, and then let people use this over here all you want, but have the stable site over here. So whenever this one's completely 110% stable and everything seems to be working properly, then click the little red X on this one and then swap this one on over. Boom, easy. Yeah. Like it's like they're using the foundation of Twitch right now and just customizing it as time goes on. Can't do that.
No. It's crazy. Riddles, do you have any idea that this is happening? Do you know what a beta site was?
No, I don't know what the beta site was. But
so Twitch have rewrote their entire code.
Testing it.
Yeah, with the testing it.
They should have a closed server with several computers hooked up to it streaming, and then.
That's a good point. Actually, they should have done that. That's a good point. I didn't even think of it. So. What they've done, Riddles, is they've written all the code for Twitch and for all the front page and the chats, so everything should be running smoother. And once it's working, it should be amazing. I mean, we would literally see people with stable connections. They wouldn't be getting the error 2000 anymore. They wouldn't be getting any more chat glitches or timed outs or stuff like that. But it's not working yet, so we can't tell if it's going to ever work.
Do you remember when badges were just suddenly just like going away and coming back?
Yeah.
Like
mod badges were going away.
Seconds of each other. I was like, what is going on?
I had a moment yesterday where Joe posted something, but the other person underneath posted an emote, and it looked like one gigantic emote in front of me. And I thought Joe did that, and I was like, Joe, did you do that? And then it loaded in, and it was just a small little emote of milk or something. But it was just hilarious that it was a giant emote next to Joe's name, but it wasn't even him. It was a different person completely. It's crazy, man. Anyway, let's get on to something a bit more positive. I believe this is positive, technically. Let's find out what you guys think. Achievements. One of the biggest things that Twitch rolled out was achievements and tracking your progress towards starting your stream, affiliate, and partner, and beyond using achievements. Who wants to go first? Who wants to tell me what you guys think?
Riddles?
Yeah, stepping stones, really, aren't they? So, same as any career progress in life, you set yourself goals and work towards them goals to get yourself higher and higher up the chain of command, so to speak. So it is kind of a good idea because it gives people something to aim for, especially people that are starting out and don't know what would be a good way to grow the stream. So, yeah, I think it is a good thing, really.
Puzzles?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do like the stepping stones. I like the achievements. I have some mixed feelings about this, but I don't mind at all there being actual just little wickets here to hit and then check, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I think it is cool that they have a very, very, very solid number on.
Yeah, it's a great number.
Average viewership.
Yeah.
Like you need this much for this amount of days in order to be partner. They had that in place, but it was the bar was way high, yet people were still getting approved this low on the bar. And now they've even lowered the bar even further, which again I think is pretty cool. It's good for many people, but I would say the one thing that I disagree with is everything being set in stone as is. So it's a good and a bad thing.
Takes the human element out of it.
I've talked about this before. Let's say there's a streamer on Twitch that is just completely and just terrible.
Yeah.
And I mean terrible as in, not as in like a bad streamer, but I mean he's a bad streamer. You know, like they're drawing in the worst audience. They're drawing in they're doing the stupidest things on Twitch that are borderline, ban offensive and just terrible people, right? Yet they're hitting all the achievements and staying right below the ban bar, and they can get approved that way, And it's just it doesn't allow Twitch to take a step back and go, you know what? This guy's good. This guy has hit all the wickets that we want, but we are going to revoke that and say, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's give him another month. Let's get even push out maybe a couple more months.
Yeah.
And see if he's still doing the same shit.
Yeah.
This just doesn't. It doesn't give Twitch a good perception. Let's say I am a brand new viewer to Twitch. I type in twitch.tv. Oh, wait, did I spell that right? Yeah, twitch.tv. Enter, and I find this guy, my very first streamer that I watch, and I go, what the hell am I watching?
Yeah.
I'm not coming back to Twitch ever again. Click, gone. Like, that could have been a potential viewer, potentially, a future, possible, purchase of bits and or, money spender here on the website. I've just waved that guy away because of who we're making a partner and representing Twitch.
Yeah.
So that is the one big thing that I dislike. I do like that there's everything set in stone, but I don't like everything is just actually engraved in stone.
So I agree with everything you said, so there's no point in me repeating it. I love the 75 average. It's perfect now. Let's make fun of two of the achievements or discuss them. One is only a funny one, and that is even Twitch have added microtransactions to their achievements, and people are going crazy about this one. It's you get an achievement for buying a TwitchCon ticket. So people who can't afford or can't have time to go to TwitchCon are literally stuck with one less achievement. Now you don't need that for partner; it's only for fun. This one, it's not a partnership one. But you get an achievement for buying a TwitchCon ticket. And me and some of the lads were saying that maybe people will buy a ticket and sell it off just to get the achievement.
I was thinking exactly the same thing when he said that. I'll buy one and just not go.
Yeah, €200.
Say, look, I got the achievement.
Yeah, exactly. Just to have all the achievements. So I think microtransactions on Twitch is funny. The other one, which is probably a bit more discussion heavy, is stream 25 unique days in 30 days. People have full-time jobs, people have kids, people who are very busy, they're going to be putting a lot of stress on themselves. And the whole worry about achievements in the first place was the stress. Like, imagine Riddles trying to do 25 unique days streamed in 30 days.
Holy shit.
That would be crazy. But now, once again, it's only for fun. You don't need that one for partnership. Out of the two achievements that I mentioned, do you have any thoughts on those? Or is it just once off? Laugh.
Well, I will say this. I thought they were very adamant about streaming, what was it? At least 4 days a week for those consecutive, months they wanted you to be partner before. So they still wanted like a full-time schedule from you. They wanted a lot of days streamed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the 25 out of 30 is pretty steep for some people. But I would still think that they would expect at least 20 out of 30 days streamed.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was 20 and 25 was their number prior before this new revision to who they wanted for partners. So I don't know. I mean, 25 out of 30 is a for fun, but where's the number that they actually one hit?
Yeah. Oh, you mean for partnership? I think the partnership one is 15 days, so it's not so bad. I think it's only half the month of streams, so you stream 3 times a week. for 4 or 5 weeks. So it's not so bad, the partnership one. The one that I mentioned, 25 out of 30, is just for fun. You're only doing that to get all the achievements unlocked. Sure, one of the achievements is have 1 million hours watched in your stream total. Like, that's a lot.
How do you even track that?
Exactly. Well, it gives you a tracker bar, but you've no idea where you are on that one. I'm still on 0%, by the way. So that's
how do we know how many hours have been watched?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that'd be actually pretty fun to take a look at.
Yeah, it's so funny. And another one is stream 3,000 hours total, and we technically already have that one, but we don't have it unlocked because the achievements don't go back very far. We have 4,000 hours streamed, I think, overall so far in the last 3 years. Yeah, 3,666, and we don't have the stream for 3,000 hours total unlocked yet because it doesn't go back 3 years, unfortunately. Riddles, what do you think about all the mini achievements that I'm mentioning? The TwitchCon Ticket 1, the 25 days.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. Especially for somebody like me, you know, that only streams when there's, you know, absolutely nothing left to do. Has
it happened to you again, or are you muted? You're muted. What the hell? Oh, Fuzzles. I mean, not Fuzzles. Riddles. Stop talking. He can't hear us, can he? 1 sec now. What's going on here? He's still in there.
Riddles, your mic is muted.
People say it in the chat, guys. Riddles. Mic muted. Everyone posted. I thought he did one of the moments again. Do you remember when we first had him on and he froze for like a couple of seconds on stream on the podcast because we sent him a message? That was one of the funniest moments of Hidden Level podcast history. It was actually called Mofos back then. Just a quick history of the Mofos podcast. We started off called the Mofos, and Twitch turned down our request for Mofos being the name of the stream team.
We were like, what? It's Mofos.
Yeah.
Mo being MC, Fo being Fuzzles Bigfoot. And they're like, well, no, you're implying a very inappropriate name, and we are not going to approve of that.
Inappropriate boobs, more like.
We're like, come on.
Back then, actually, Twitch was so like innocent that a guy got banned for taking his shirt off during a stream, and now we have booby streamers, and it's evolved into a monster. And the worst thing about it is, the news articles are always trying to catch ways of finding bad thing about gamers. They're going to be telling people that fucking Twitch is a lewd website. Like they're not gonna come in and say, oh yeah, Twitch is great. Twitch is very kid friendly. They're gonna point towards.
I'm having an outage apparently.
Hey, he's back.
So what were you saying there, Riddles, dude? That was a long speech. Can you hear us? Uh-oh. Nope. Looks like we can't hear Riddles, and he can't hear us. We heard you, Riddles. We heard you for 1 second. Oh, God. No, the girls weren't taking the shirts off. The guys were taking the shirts off. Well, one guy, something about an outage. He's definitely having an outage, a brain outage. Let's roast Riddles while he can't hear us.
Can he hear us?
I don't think so. Riddles, can you hear us? Put up one finger if you can.
Riddles, put up one finger if you can hear us. He's like...
Yeah. There he is. Yeah, he can hear us. Well, he can see you. He can see you. I don't know if he can hear, but he can definitely see.
You know, maybe we should try to, like, communicate with Riddles through gestures and charades for the rest of the podcast. Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting, right?
And he has to guess what it is. He has to guess what movie we're talking about. Click. Hey, you're back, dude. Oh, you gone? Oh, we're back. Oh, gone. Back.
We heard you.
So
we hear you. We can hear you breathing.
We've only got 15 minutes
left.
Can't
hear you guys. You're going to have to put your Skype or something.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, God, lads. How can you not hear us? Here, let's do this. Let's try this. Here, I'm gonna move him to a different channel and move him back in. So I'm gonna move you there. Actually, I'm just gonna leave him there. He can't get out of that, can he? Go to coffee room. Why won't it let me move you? What the fuck? I'm moving his name to some other place and it just doesn't come up.
Why is this so funny? I don't know why this is so great.
This always happens to riddles too.
I'm using Skype right now.
Okay, so we can hear you anyway.
Should we use Skype, MC?
Yeah. Let's use Skype. Let's get out of Discord.
Screwed.
Right.
So Discord looks like it's screwed. I'm gonna try and get out of here so you can't hear double. All right, I'm in the coffee room now.
Hi, Riddles.
It just keeps coming up, servers down and something crap like that.
Back to
funny.
Back to the lovely audios of Skype, where all you can hear is in the background, constantly. Right. So what we talk about, Riddles? You were telling us about your thoughts on something. I can't remember what it was. It was Twitch achievements.
Where did I get up to? I haven't got a clue.
I think you got up to my thoughts on Twitch achievements are, and then boop.
If you're a regular streamer, very beneficial. If you're not, if you're like me, then there's no point.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, temporary outage on Discord. That's the reason that they give us.
See, it's not my fault.
How do you leave a voice channel? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll do that later. So, last thing I want to talk about, you guys, because we've only got 10 minutes left roughly. And that is, we had a very good question in our chat before the podcast, and it's something that you don't get very often, but when it happens, it's always good to think about it and to talk about it. And that is, why does a partnered streamer have less than the required amount of viewers for partnership? And I am going to go...
Hold on. Let's restate that question.
Okay.
So how does a partnered streamer, an already partnered streamer, have less than average?
Less than average, yeah. Okay. So, Riddles, you go first since you weren't here for the question. We already answered this question on stream, but we'll answer it here at the podcast.
I suppose because they hit all the targets to get the partnership, but then they stopped being so funny, so everybody stopped watching.
That's a good one, actually. That's a good answer for that. I'm gonna have to start saying that one.
Well, maybe we should just stop streaming then, MC.
Yeah, stop streaming completely. We're not funny anymore.
I'm just trying to sort the microphone out now.
Got anything, Fuzzles? You were very.
Do I have anything?
Yeah. Do you want an opinion on this one?
Sure. Yeah. So once again, the question is, how does a partnered streamer have less than average viewers to become a partnered streamer, have less than average viewers in their channel? I guess you're gonna have to ask those average viewers that are normally there why they're not there. I mean, I don't know.
My big opinion on that one is we change games, and we did it on purpose. I mean, you could have stuck with Terraria for the rest of your life and had hundreds of viewers all the time, but you didn't want to. You want to bring some variety into the stream, and that's the price you pay. You lose a little bit of your viewership, but the core people who you care about the most are there. So, I mean, you care about the Terraria viewers as well, but I'm just saying that the people who are there in, day out with you are still there, and you're enjoying new games. And you could always go back to Terraria and build up your audience again. Plus, I've noticed when I moved from Agario, which was the biggest decision I've ever made on Twitch, the quality of the chat went way up because I have older people here, more mature audience. When I was in Agario, it was either people fighting over team killing each other, or 12-year-olds just memeing constantly. Now we still got a lot of memers, but we don't have 150 people memeing at the same time anymore. So we have a older, more mature audience, better topics in the stream, and just we're building our community as a foundation, block by block, up the ranks. Yeah.
I mean, there are a million answers as to why people's average viewership goes down and up and down and up, and there's no one solid answer as to why a channel is moving in the way it's moving.
Very good
unless,
point.
of course, a lot of research has been done, whether it has dropped or increased. There may have been planning before that or prior to that, And one of my biggest things is a lot of respect for people who plan around knowing that their average viewership is about to drop, just to build it up even higher, or to get it, to get it higher. One big thing that people do, when they clean their house or when they move into a new house, what do they have to do to their old house, or what do they have to do with their original, rooms? They have to pull everything out. They have to, and it looks like an even worse mess before they clean it back up and they make it look pristine again. Clean out some cobwebs here, all right? Clean out some cobwebs.
That's very true. And I actually will tell you guys a story that I told recently on stream, but before I told this story a few days ago, I had never told this story to anyone. And I remember the day that I decided to move from Agario, and I was worried about the idea because I knew I was going to be going into a brand new game and never playing the game that got us partnership again or as much. And I messaged Dwarf Master, who's in the chat, Joanna, and my contact at Twitch to ask them, is this a good decision or is it a bad decision? And they pretty much all said the same thing. Do what you think is best for you and your channel. And I was sick of that game by then, and I was sick of the kind of toxicity around that stream, or not the stream, the game, because everyone was fighting with each other, drama. It was all fake drama. And then I moved to Skyrim then, and it was a lot of fun. So that's what I did. Even the guy at Twitch said the same thing. Do whatever's best for you.
Yeah, I mean it's you've already hit all your wickets. You've put in the grind. You've put in the work. You now have the opportunity, because you pushed for all that time that it took you to get partnership. You deserve to now be flexible and do what you want in your channel without repercussion.
That's a big point, yeah.
So, if that was your main goal, was to become partnered, and then, if your main goal the entire time was to become a variety streamer, but in order to become partnered, you had to really grind out something that worked for you, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess some people have mixed opinions on that. I still get questions every day. Hey, Puzzles, it's really hard to stream Terraria when you're streaming Skyrim, huh? What's the problem? What's the deal? Where's Terraria?
You want a break?
Puzzles. Did you quit Terraria?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you answer that? No one quits a game. They just kind of move on to other games until they move back, or if they ever move back, who knows? And
there's going to be Terraria updates coming out. Terraria Otherworld will be back to Terraria at some stage to get ready for those updates and releases. So it's just a
Terraria Otherworld?
What is Terraria Otherworld?
Terraria Otherworld? What is Terraria Otherworld?
There's another question I have, actually. I don't know if you remember, if you even thought this, but do you remember when you were pushing for partner? You got the viewer count that you needed for that, and you were almost afraid to change game for a couple of days in case it hurt your partnership. So you stayed on that game because you had tunnel vision. I'm so close now. Why would I ruin it by moving away? Did you have that vision?
I did. There was a few times where I knew I should have been getting approval letters from Twitch saying, "Hey, you are now." What the heck is going on with Discord? Are you hearing that?
I'm off Discord. I got rid of it.
Yeah. Same here.
Oh, I can't disconnect. That's really weird. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, no, I there was the point where I was getting the average viewership that I needed for, I think, like 2 months that they wanted, and I still could not, or I still was not getting the approval. And I had scheduled all these other games that we were going to be playing once we actually got the approval letter and everything was okay. And it just was not. I still wasn't getting that approval letter, so I had to maintain the grind. I had to go against what was planned in the future to continue with Terraria, to really push towards that approval letter. I knew that if I switched at any moment, that I would not be getting that approval letter. You had to continue the grind.
And the funny thing is, now that you, as you mentioned, and this is the reason why I asked this question, you said already that now that you are a partner, you have no repercussion for any other games. You can do whatever you want now, and as long as you're happy and as long as you're growing at a rate that you're happy with, you can do whatever you want. Whereas non-partners...
I could be a booby streamer tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
And I not get banned from Twitch.
The bearded booby streamer.
The booby streamer. He's going to be a booby streamer. You'll have to shave that beard, though, in a world.
I want my beard to droop down into my booby cleavage.
You could be a hairy streamer.
Knock out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Right, so it's 5-2. You have to go now, or you got another couple of minutes, so you have to go. All right. So 2 years on podcast, my dude. It's been awesome, and can't wait for the next year. It's gonna be brilliant.
Absolutely, Riddles. It was a pleasure having you, man, and thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy schedule. Come on back for the 2-year anniversary, man.
It's an absolute pleasure. I love seeing your beautiful faces.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone in chat who has attended today. Again, 2 years doing this podcast. Whether we were mofos or now whether we're hidden level, it was still an absolute pleasure. What a long ride it has been. Mm-hmm. Such an awesome ride. And more years to come.
Exactly.
More years to come. So, hopefully no one becomes a streamer yet.
Make sure we get shout-outs in the chat for Fuzzles. You'll find him on the raid. We're going to do the raid the way Twitch wants us to do it. If it fails, then you'll just see a couple of people in chat saying, where are we? So let's see if it works. So I'm going to turn off your webcam now, just so I don't end up sharing anything, so we can have the VOD. And I will see you in a couple of minutes, Fuzzles.
Alrighty, thank you.
Have a good day.
Peace.
Forgot about the much love and peace out shite. I always forget about that. We haven't done that in a while. So your cam is now super zoomed in, so you can go back a little bit. At least all that space above your head is where most of the cam went. So we're gonna wait for Fuzzles to start up his stream and everything. We're gonna do the raid. We're gonna show Mr. Riddlesworth how the raid works. It's getting even worse. Move over a little bit to the left, dude. Yeah, there we go. Hey, at least we get to see what kind of guitar you have. He's just a floating head. Oh man. Whew. You actually did a floating head stream once, didn't you? Where you were where you were literally a floating head. That was hilarious. There was actually a guy who did that in front of thousands of people in Hearthstone, and he was doing a role play. Okay, so what he did was he took his head as how can he go upside down as a floating head, and he put himself onto the cards, and he would pretend to be the card, and he'd be like, I am now the, it was like a mini head, and he was like, I am now this card, and then I am now that card, and then he'd go on to the guy who says job's done or whatever, and he'd be that guy for a few minutes, and it was so funny just watching him. He's a professional Hearthstone player, and he was doing roleplay with Hearthstone. Only that idea would work with Hearthstone. How can you do roleplay with that game? Anywho, let me remove the banner. So after all of these Twitch updates, Riddles, what are you most excited about? We went through them very quickly, but which one would you be most excited about?
The gifting, the sub gifting. Is it when you buy a higher tier, you get a game or something? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
That is kind of cool, definitely. And when are you going to be back streaming, like properly, or are you just? Are you really
I just stream
sporadic?
when I can now.
Yeah, no schedule or anything, no?
No. I do like aim to get home at a reasonable time and like do an hour on an evening, but it's like I'll sit down to play the game. I've really gotten into Minecraft again.
Oh god.
And I've been modding the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like reawakened the love for it. And it's like, yeah, I'll stream this tonight, but then I'll spend like an hour and a half trying out new mods and things on it. So it's like, oh crap, I was supposed to stream tonight.
I never got into Minecraft myself. Did you ever play Minecraft Story? I think you played it on stream, didn't you?
Not story mode, no.
Ah, okay. And you used the Twitch app for Minecraft?
Twitch app?
Yeah. No,
that's the first time I've heard that.
Right, so apparently there's this really cool modding segment for Minecraft, and if you use the Twitch app, download the Twitch desktop app, go to My Games, search for Minecraft, download it. I think it's still cheap. I don't know if it's free. and apparently there's a great mod that you can do with that, and it's very, very stable. So chat will be able to tell us if anyone's here who actually uses it. I know one of the lads from our chat uses it a lot. Like, he's on it, he's been playing it now for 4 months and he's still not bored of it, so it must be pretty good, to be honest.
I just use Forge, which is straight from, well, it's been around years, but the versions of it that are around now are extremely stable.
Yeah.
But you basically just throw any mod that you want into a folder, and then activate it in the game's mod menu, and that's it, job done.
That's cool.
It's a lot easier than it used to be to mod the game.
I don't think we talked about this, actually. Like, I know we talked about it privately. I don't think we talked about it on here. What was it like with Cran over at your place? I forgot to ask you that.
What was it like?
Was it a lot of fun? Was he chill?
It was a fun weekend. I really enjoyed having him here. Yeah. He loved the places I took him as well. A lot of people would find, walking through the countryside or visiting castles quite boring, but Cran loved it.
Yeah, he's big into that stuff. I watched your video about that. That's it's a pretty long video, actually.
It is. I've been trying to make a condensed version, but you kind of miss
everything. Yeah,
everything. Yeah.
He's a really cool guy. I really have a lot of time for Cran, and he is genuine too. You can actually have him in your house, and he won't wreck the place, and he won't have fucking like, as I said, he won't mess around. He won't.
He won't take liberties.
He won't take liberties. That's the answer. That's it. And actually, you will be able to like show him stuff. I'm pretty sure you showed him good old English tea. Did you guys have a few beers? Or he doesn't drink?
We both don't drink that much beer.
Okay. To be honest. Yeah. He was saying that too. He doesn't like alcohol that much, and it seems like a family thing because his cousin doesn't seem to drink much, and when he finally has a glass, he's crazy in the chat with when his cousin has it. So Cran was pretty cool. He's doing Finnish soldier, Finnish army.
Yeah, he's Finnish army training.
Yeah. I wonder what he's going to do next after that. Then is he going to come back and visit you, or you don't know yet?
He's going around once he picks his house back up, he's going to be traveling down the east coast.
Of England. Okay,
that's cool. What his plan was then. I don't know what it's going to be after he's finished.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I'm sure he'll let us know.
Let's see if Fuzzles is ready yet. What's your plans for the future, work-wise, family-wise? I know you have a big future ahead of you with something else.
We just take every day as it comes, really. I do obviously want to stream more, but it's... Did you see my message on Twitter about me moving back to the Leeds depot?
I didn't. Oh, you did? I did. Never mind, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they kind of let go of some of the subcontractors for the winter season.
Okay.
And basically they've given me like all the sites that they used to care for, and they're really, really not up to scratch. I don't know what subcontractors were doing, but the work is absolutely poor. So I think they've lumped them on me on purpose because I do have like an OCD. I'm really pedantic with the quality of work on site and things like that. So I think they're given to me on purpose. The only backdraw is they are freaking miles away. It's like I'm traveling to Manchester, Liverpool, Sheffield, freaking Newcastle, places like that. I'm traveling all over, and it's...
So this was supposed to be less time consuming, and it's actually worse for you, is it?
It's worked out a lot worse.
Ah, crap, man. Jesus. That's because of your travel time, of course, yeah?
Yeah, I'm traveling up to 2 hours a day in some which is that's just to get there. That also it's 2 hours back as well.
2 hours each way. Yeah. Oh my god.
It only takes me like 20 minutes to get to the depot from where I live, but it's the traveling to and from the places that we're going to that's the biggest time consumer.
And would you ever or no, not ever, is it going to be more money, or is it just going to be the same?
Yeah, no, it's the same amount of money.
Ah, shit. You get expenses for the travel, of course?
Well, we get paid by the hour, so if we're driving, we're driving.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. 2 hours there, and they pay for petrol and all that, or is it company van?
Yeah, it's all it's on the company's fuel card, so...
Yeah, that's cool. Sorry for stealing your chin, by the way. No, first of all, we don't normally have to wait this long, but second of all, I don't know why Skype does that. I know it's because it zooms it in, but you think it would have been like some sort of what you call it adjustment. It would adjust itself.
I might be able to adjust it from my end. How's that? Is that a bit better?
That is better, actually. Yeah, good job, dude. That is better. So, as I said, we're going to show you how to do this new raid system. So, Fuzzles is now live, so we're going to hit him up with a raid.
Lovely.
So, this is going to be pretty weird because I've never done one of these from the podcast. Before we do this, Riddles, where can everyone find you? And that's pretty much it, really.
Just type Mr. Riddlesworth into either Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch, or YouTube, and you'll find me with the clown hat.
Shout out for Mr. Riddlesworth, perfect. And don't get confused in his Twitch chat when Mrs. Riddlesworth starts talking, because that has confused me so much, because there's only an S there, and it's like, what the fuck? I'm going to say now, much love and peace out. And you, Riddles?
Much love and peace out.